Guys, that was a quick time lapse of the principal setup of the miter saw stand. We got the DeWalt base, we got the DeWalt brackets, we got a second set of DeWalt brackets that I added a block onto. These face in the reverse direction. I've used some quick quarter 20 bolts and basically shop jig pieces to mount the saw on the inside and the outside. I use the arms just to sort of hold it, but for extra support, I break out these rigid flip stops. I put them right under. I cut them down so that they'll fit. These go towards the back. And lower this a little bit, just so it fits under there. And then we raise it up. Fits right in. And that'll give you that really good support for the heavier material. There we go. Tighten that up. Okay. Do one on the other side. And that's going to hold a lot of weight. It's pretty easy. It's a quick setup, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of cutting. If you're going to cut one or two pieces, it might be overkill. But if you're breaking out on a job and you're going to do a production, like a full house or something like that, this is a really good setup. I'm going to show you some of the bells and whistles I put on it, but I'm going to have to grab the camera and move on in closer. All right, so here we go. You can see the crown stop. You can see there's a board there that I can quick clamp a cut list to. There's a stop for cutting repeated materials. And on the end, it's a little jig that I use that when I'm going to be coping molding, I can just flip it around and cope off of that end since I'm a righty. I'll show you up close. So in the crown stop, just got these. It's a quarter 20. The slot slides right in there. This will move back and forth. There's a lot of reference point to hold your crown. So this is good. You just push it right up to it, tighten it down. Here's the stop. This is actually just a Craig jig stop that we attached a block to. Flips down, you can move it back and forth, tighten it, lift it up out of the way. And then this also slides back and forth. And you would just take a clamp and put your pad here and have your cut list right there. This little box would be to hold your crown. So when you're cutting crown molding and you're over here, obviously this is the ceiling, this is the wall, but when you cope, you got to flip it over. So this becomes the ceiling, this becomes the wall, and now I'm going to be looking down right here at my cope, and I'll be able to cope it and cut it really easy. And it'll be held by this piece right here, which is really nice. And this also slides in and out for your crown. Get a nice positive stop right here too. A couple of things I wanted to point out. I have these blocks here. These two blocks, they're on each side. They're mounted directly to the saw base. I used where the crown stop gets attached, and I used a threaded bolt, and then I went ahead and tapped and threaded another one. And so there's two threaded bolts holding these two pieces on. That's so that I have threaded inserts in the second block that I use the jig hardware with the 1/4-20. I don't know if you can see under here. It goes under there, and that just screws right into the threaded insert. And when that's lined up, you know you're lined up perfect. On the back here, you can also see I have the Craig track. This way I can attach all of my attachments right here, and that's just screwed in. I cut out some carrying handles on both sides. These things are pretty light though, so it's not really a big deal. So the saw itself is DeWalt 780. It's got the XPS light, which is pretty nice. I've got a zero clearance kerf on here that's not quite zero anymore, but I have a bunch of them. I don't get too crazy. I change them out after a while. And then I went ahead and I also got these taller fences aftermarket, which is great for when you're doing crown. And then I went ahead and put a really nice plate on here. So that's basically how it works when you're looking down at it. It's beveled in a little bit. It's pretty easy. This holds it nice and stable in here. And then, you know, a little bit of filing, maybe a little piece of sandpaper, and goes right in. It's pretty fast, pretty easy. All right, that about wraps it up for the miter saw stand. I hope those of you who wanted to see it got something out of it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I do respond. I don't have many subscribers. Hope to build up some more. If you do like the video, please hit the like button. It goes a long way. I think you're supposed to hit the bell in case I come out with another video. I will be coming out with a couple of more videos. I don't pump them out as quick as I probably should, but I'm gonna get back to work here. So everyone have a great day. Thanks a lot.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.